Grand rising, everybody, and welcome. How do we do? We are going to clear the air, clear the space, and set the intention for some cool messages to come through, some truth, messages of healing, of love, of light, straight from the spirit, straight from the source. Um, and then look, I'm wearing a shirt and it says primitive, and that's where I got the name of the live. So we are talking about, you know, primordial, ah, the breaking point, perhaps, the tipping point, whatever, the falling, because we do have something like that here. All right, let's see if we can get it right. All right. Let's try this again. Where's all my people at? My beautiful people, where are we at? I guess I'll wait for people to come on. Say something. Say something. What's up? What's up? How's all my people doing? What's going on here? Okay. We have the blame flipped. Maybe somebody's getting blamed. Who's getting blamed? Are you getting blamed? Who is the to blame? Who's the blame? Who's the blamed? All right, so yeah, we're definitely talking about the beginnings here, the origin. Um, Primitive is a way of doing things that doesn't rely on. We have the King of Forces here underneath the Eight of Forces, right, like dead center in your reading. It's almost like this shaking up, this Uranus energy, this breaking of the foundation. We've been talking about this a lot this past week, and this is what it is, but it's coming from the divine. It's like something from God coming to break up some kind of foundation, bringing us to this King of Forces in this kind of energy where we're working hard. It's almost as if we're grounded in this lusciousness, right before that it's a time to heal. And the vulture spirit is in reverse. The vulture comes and cleans up all the dead shit, all the old shit, all the pestilence. Is that even a word? But I'm hearing that. He comes to cleans all this up, but in reverse, it's almost like he's leaving something behind, or perhaps he doesn't want to pick it all up, or there's fear, perhaps embarrassment. There's something that maybe there's something that we want to leave there, and it's like we don't want to clean it up. Maybe and this snake comes striking in, saying, "Nah, nah, no, no, what's that? No, no, dude, it's time to heal." It's time to heal, and he's really striking. It's almost like this is this. It's like this is the strike that comes down and puts this king in motion, right? Because there is an imbalance with the Five of Roses and the balance, the Seven of Forces in reverse. And this is this like primordial energy, like the beginning, the young, and the Five of Roses. This is some kind of loss. Again, it's almost like this shaking up. This has something to do with some kind of loss. Like I said, we're gonna pull some tarot on it, but it's like telling us that we need to look at this loss, look at the good things about it, look at look at where it brought us to the future, like look at where it brought us to the future, and look at the beauty in it. And this is what also the vulture spirit says, to look at the beauty in the pain. And perhaps this is where the imbalance is, because we're not looking at both the beauty, and it's like we're missing a crucial point. I heard then we have the summer and winter and the war of roses. It's almost like this is some kind of war within a relationship, a war within yourself, a war between your passion and um, logic, perhaps, what you want and what you need, maybe. And it's almost like this summer water. It's almost like summer water, maybe. Summer water. Maybe summer water will help this, but it's like this battle, this duel, this confrontation, whatever this is in here. It's almost like going from summer to winter or winter to summer. It's almost like thawing. I see like the summer thawing the winter. The summer is over top here, and it's almost like this is creating some kind of, maybe it is the summer water that's defrosting us. And we did 2 readings yesterday that really were talking about like this defrosting or demuddling of the water. What's up, Chamberlain? How are you? Yes, I will pull your card after I get done the collective. We're going to pull some tarot on this and see what's up for here, the King of Forces and the Lightning Bolt, the Balance in reverse, and the rest of these. All right, we got our reading. So yeah, this King is I heard up in the air, perhaps trying to make a decision about the future. It's like stuck, like I don't know where to go, right? Like I said, we're stuck in like some kind of lack mentality when it comes to healing, or maybe it's like lacking when it comes to releasing these people. It's like these people are bringing us into this, right? Normally these people are helping us get to where we got to get, right? I say that these are like all my kids, one on top of the other, trying to get to the cookie jar. And right, who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? But in reverse, it's like this one and this one. It's like all these toppling, and here it's these 2 things that perhaps he's balancing, you know. And this is leaving us in the state of 9 of Swords. Like perhaps this is what's groundbreaking, and we're in the thing of like, oh, this is this fear, this anxiety, we're not trusting our intuition, and it's as if this is what we're balancing. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, you know, I heard she lost all logic. She lost all logic. She lost all logic. Perhaps it has to do with this communication. Maybe we fear this communication. The communications of this queen could be coming out of being single for a long time, but I'm pretty sure with this blue, this is saying something about the communication. Another 2, right? This 2 is now in reverse, talking about now we're open, we're receptive. Now we're open and receptive to some kind of new decision coming in. Perhaps this change going back to something. We're open and receptive to receiving something where we weren't before. It was almost as if we're seeing this from a different perspective. You know, it's almost like going back to sleep. It's like going back to the old thing, but it's like you go back to the old thing and you gain a new a gold thing. You go back to the old thing and gain an old thing, and now it's like, oh fuck, sorry, shoot, I mean, damn it. All right. So it's almost like we open ourselves up, receive something, like going back to the old way, back to the sleeping. I heard the sleeping dragon, to find something that was in the deep subconscious. Right? We find this gold. gold, the Empress in reverse, the blame comes up, the Nine of Pentacles with the Moon in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. So, all right, I see this blame, and then when we come into the Nine of Pentacles, this blame is released. This is all the fear, this is all this, and the Nine of Swords, right? And this Empress is really going within. She's in between this creation. Perhaps she doesn't know whether she's going to accept it. There's a butterfly here with this chick. It's almost like this chick is glowing. Like there's, maybe this is a child. You know, this is the mother in reverse. And not the mama, not the mama I'm hearing. And usually when this is in reverse, I say she drops the baby. But this baby is almost like at the top of this. Maybe... And then I heard forethought. But there's some kind of blame here that when we walk out of this self-doubt, out of this, oh, it's my fault, oh, it's your fault, whatever this is, and come into this Nine of Pentacles, it releases all of this. When we step into our own power, you know, here she ain't in her power. Perhaps she's letting this little chick rule or something like this. Right? She's not going with it. Maybe we do need to celebrate ourselves, and by this celebrating ourselves, that, okay, we may not be exactly where we want to be, but at least we're taking steps in the right direction. And by stepping out of this self-doubt into this, I can do it, this Nine of Pentacles type thing, it's releasing something with the intuition, right? Bringing us to the Knight of Pentacles. It's like we go from the Nine of Pentacles, all of this abundance, all of this like stepping into our own power out of this cage and into this slow and steady, right? And this releases something. It releases the shell. I see a crab being cracked open, and it's like now we're getting to the meat. Now we're getting to the meat of the thing, and it's taken us to the Knight of Pentacles, where it's not. Now we're not just reading the book of like how to. Now we're actually doing it. So it's like we're forming conscious connections. And perhaps this is like telepathically. I was just talking about this with my friend. Jeru, how you do? Jungkook wives, how you doing? What's this about? Are you a magician? Damn straight, I'm a magician. You are too. Witchcraft do you practice? Hey, Savannah Ash, how are you? Megan, what's up? So happy and scared. It's my first day of fourth school. Oh, well, congratulations. This is what we're talking about. And this night, I see him building this foundation. This is how it is. It's almost like breaking the foundation, because the future that we were envisioning wasn't right. It's like now this is clearing a way for the Queen of Pentacles. This was that reading? Stepping into your power, being this Queen of Pentacles, you know? And with this King of Forces here, maybe this is a divine intervention. I heard definitely a divine connection. All right, I'm going to start pulling the cards for the collective. I go in order. We should turn the wheel, I said. We should turn the wheel. We should spin the wheel. But we're talking about primal here. And primal emphasizes the essential, basic, and powerful nature of something, often linked to strong emotions or instincts. We're talking about the primal, the primal instincts or the primal soul, what stores the wisdom. And perhaps it is this pain, it is this loss, it is in this darkness that we find this strength, the beauty. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it's like we're not dreaming big enough, because we do got this in reverse. 59. All right. Maybe we have to go to a teacher, the wisdom keeper. It's like somebody has information for us. I just said that to somebody today. You got information for me. We're here for a reason. Where's my thing? Alright, who's first? Chambarian. Says pull my card. Let's see, let's clear the air. How's everybody doing today? If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Grand rising, I say, cause ain't no morning good. How's all my beautiful people doing? Thank you all for being here, for all your lovely comments and your subscriptions, your donations, everything. If you like to exchange energy for energy, you can hit up my Cash App, hit all the buttons. Everything's in the description. Alright, I'm going to go in order. I always say pair your reading up with the collective. Use your intuition when deciphering the messages. Alright, Chambarian. Oh my card, you got the Three of Cups, and I hear, aha! And then a whole bunch of laughing with 4 of Swords in reverse, the rest, and the 2 of Cups. Perhaps we are dealing with some kind of separation, or I heard reunion. And then I heard that sitting at the dock of the bay. Maybe this is what we need. With the rest in reverse, and the 3, it's like all this party, all this drinking, all this celebrating. We need the rest. Maybe this brings some kind of hearing reunition. But usually the 2 of Cups is a separation. Maybe we're reuniting with somebody after we separated. With the 9 of Wands. In reverse, she's keening, finally taking responsibility. You know, this is the wounded warrior. We're no longer a victim. We're taking responsibility for this shit. And I'm seeing the 9 of Wands up here, the wounded warrior, again, with the Sun. Perhaps this is bringing some kind of depression, oppression, right? But we're releasing that with the King of Pentacles in reverse. And then I heard a muse. So maybe you have a new muse. Alright. What up, Marita? Hello, beautiful Megan. How are you? SS, you here? Not yet. What is coming up for me? She might be at Clash, Drew. You're supposed to... What up? Savannah, Ash. I'm so happy and scared. Yes. Dinosaurs. Love that show. Oh, not the mama, not the mama. But bye. Tell them you have a long way to go. Savannah, are you going to get good grades? What's this about? Jungkook's wife. Are you a magician? There's SS. There she goes. A friend grabbed my Red Bull so I don't have to miss you. Did you do the collective yet? Yes, I just did. I didn't spin the wheel yet. And I will do your reading. This is so funny. I hadn't done a primal thing in months, but I did last night. Oh my God! See? It's on it. I'm on it. And a primal thing, we could be talking about going back to our, like, animalistic things. Like, speaking of, like, not the mama, not the mama. Like, going back to, like, oh, like, I feel like acting on this. And maybe we did act on some kind of, like, you know, animalistic kind of, I heard fear. Alright, SS, is this you or are we spinning the wheel? Me, please, Marita. I'll get a reading. Alright, Marita first, then you. Sorry, gotta go in order. Marita. 2-2. 2-2. And these two want to come out with the Ace of Wands. Both of these twos. Oh. And look what I see peeking out at the back of this liberation. This is the tower, you know, when this is that Taurus reading when the house fell down on that wicked witch, remember? And you see, like this, the house fell on her. Perhaps this liberation is the house that fell on her. What you think is a hindrance, or, you know, oh fuck, a house fell on me. You know what I'm saying? It's really a liberation. It's really liberating you. This tower, this is a warning that the tower upright, it's on its way. This is something like we said in the collective, this shaking up that's really coming in to liberate us, to open up our heart. It's like we weren't in the here and the now before. And it's like now that now we're in the here and now, perhaps now we can make this decision. Now we're up off the stump. It's like um, now we can receive. It's like the chains are broke. You see here, the chains on his feet. It's like now the chains are broke with the Ace of Wands, and perhaps this is coming into some kind of like, you know, the spark inside. This is the initial spark to create some kind of foundation. Jody's son, Grand Rising, beautiful. These cards came out. SS, I'm thinking of yours since you're next. You got the Seven of Cross. The Seven of Swords crossing the Queen of Swords. And maybe you crossed yourself. Or maybe, you know, there's this deception, these burdens, these lies, these... Maybe this is telling us to be logical in this approach. We have to escape something. Definitely. You know, because this is crossing the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is backed by all this. So this is where she's coming from, or what's going on, right? We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which I heard out of your element. The Nine of Cups in reverse. The 10 change. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Looky here, I heard, and I seen shadow and stop with the subconscious. Okay. So she starts off with this loss or a release. Maybe we take the chunk and release it. This is the change, right? This is the thing that we lost, or perhaps it got taken away, or maybe this is the thing that ended up in our road, right? A block in the road. And then I heard go straight. With the change, this created some kind of change. It was almost like blocking the negative, right? This is this ionizer, I say, bringing us to these nines, where it's like reevaluating who we really are and what we really want, like our dreams, right? Maybe these are broken promises, but I really see this as like we can't see the reflection of who we really are, because our dreams and who we are, or our future and who we want to be, it's like there is a conflict in this. This is why this queen is coming up. You know, she don't take no shit. She's cutting all of it. She's just cutting all of it. Perhaps this is escaping this, or coming into some kind of, maybe this is deception that was crossing, that created the initial loss, the primordial loss, right? The origins of this shit, the deception. But this is the burdens, the cage. Perhaps this is the shadow that's like, oh, we're running away with this. You know, I'm keeping this inside, and then I see killer, you know, and then I heard secrets make you sick. I don't know if this was yours, SS, but I'll pull your cards. With the perseverance. And the alchemy. This is definitely where this, I heard groundbreaking. No necesitas esto. All right. What's up, everybody? Hey, Maurice. Marita. Did you... SS Europe. Maurice. Jody's son. Hey, Grand Rising today. Honestly, I'm kind of having a weird day today. A little all over the place. Huh? Ain't we all? I forgot to mention that in this, this astrology with Venus and Jupiter, yeah, it's very, blessings on blessings, but Jupiter expands everything. We're talking about, the Nine of Cups, like too much, too much. So we have to keep moderation in consideration during during these timings. All right. Megan, awesome. Thanks, chick. You're welcome. SS, a Google soul patch, and a picture of Brad Pitt came up. I do not have a soul patch. LOL. I guess a round beard, but 5 inches long. How cute. I knew you didn't have a soul patch, but you had some kind of a beard. I didn't expect. What is it? What it is? What is it? Spin the wheel. All right, gotcha. Here we go. Spinning the wheel. Uh, for the collective. Or you want this for you? We'll do two. Alright, we have Aries on the ascendant. This initiation into this. I seen it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. Breaking. Breaking isn't the word. This is not only breaking, shaking, splitting, and this is way out of the mind. This is Aries, which is, I'm hearing a solo, where we initiate in this war with this passion, this new thing, and it's at the Aquarius degree, so this is innovative, futuristic for the future. This is weird, out of the box maybe, splitting. On the descendant, we have Scorpio, all this fixed energy. Scorpio at the 4, or at the 3, which is Gemini. So we're talking about these deep emotions, are talking about some kind of transformation. Maybe this is the split about this. Some kind of depth. Into the depth. Alright, SS, this is for you, your actual reading. For SS. Wow, oh my god, you should see this fucking shit. The Page of Cups came like this. Perhaps you're going to receive a letter, an offer of love, or perhaps you've already received it. It's almost like this is hidden. Maybe this is a secret admirer, the king. This was in the reading that he was coming to help you, right? Come correct, come with respect. I hear with the 10 of Cups and the Emperor. It's almost like this Emperor is creating some kind of unhappiness, or maybe this unhappiness created the Emperor. It's like all of this emotion, all of this sadness, the splitting up of the family, and then it's like, boom, the Emperor, which is this Aries initiator energy that I felt, right? Where it's almost like welcoming this with logic. It's like, oh, I welcome all of the good and all of the bad. I'm thinking of this logically. It reminds me of the collective reading, how we were healing and we were looking at the good things of this law, because then we come up with the Sun in reverse and then the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is looking away from this, like all that sheltered the sun, or all that hid the truth, all that blocked her vitality, all that took her away from her. I'm hearing. It's as if she's putting that behind. She's looking forward now, but what she's looking forward into is the strength in reverse. Perhaps afraid to be the black sheep. Maybe this is like an inner, it's like, oh, internally, I feel like I'm the black sheep, or maybe this is some kind of internal strength that we need to receive. This could be going back to the primordial energy and telling you to tap into your animalistic things. And then we have this. The Ten of Swords. And this is where she says, you know, her wings are broken, but she could still fly. It reminds me of that broken-hearted, whole lovingly thing with the Ten of Swords, really releasing this and letting it go. I see this. Here's like the Ten of Wands, that overload card where he has all this on his shoulders and then boom, he just releases it. Perhaps this does give you some kind of inner strength to really deal with this in a headstrong, logical, you know, empiric way. It's like one, I was just watching a video, and maybe this is how we have to come across or how we have to view it. It's how we have to speak it, something like that. What are you doing? Give me that. No, I can't. So, and maybe this does bring us into this King of Pentacles energy where it's like, I'm not going to accept anything less than what I deserve. It's like, come with respect, come correct, something like this. But, see? It's like some kind of uncertainty or untruth, but then maybe he's coming true and honest and real, but you're focused on some kind of uncertainty, unclarity, or it's like there's all these faces. Instead of you focused on this at face value, you're looking at it's like you're focused on all these different faces. And this is what's creating the uncertainty, the unclarity, this cut off in a sense. You know what I'm saying? With the star in reverse. Maybe this is, yeah, where the loss is. I heard it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. Yes, look, you have all of these logic, like, we have to get out of our emotions. I was just saying that, like, no decision that you can ever make, comes from emotion. And what? I make all these decisions based on emotion, on my heart, on how I feel, and I'm thinking, maybe that's why my life is so fucked up. We need to be more logical, you know, like the King of Swords, be like this Emperor, because, you know, when you base decisions on emotion, it becomes illogical. Maybe this is like, you know, like going against that. Double tap's not putting thumbs up. What? Crouching flame, flame and go. What's up? May I get a card, please, Megan? Reading, please, not a card. I got you. Speeding deposition. What's up? Okay, I refresh and now double tap. Put the like. Yes, I always say hit the like button if you resonate what you're reading. Oh, I can't wait to get in the shower. Alright. Let's see, Megan. The Solitude wanted to come out. The Hermit. And I'm hearing Virgo. Maybe we are on this Hermit journey during this Virgo season. We're determined. And look, I told you. Solitude. He came out. Do I know or do I know? When it's 8, 9, both of these are major. And it's as if we're running into this really fast. You know, we're determined to be compassionate about this solitude. Perhaps it's almost as if this is learning the beastly side of ourselves. Maybe we are growing tougher skin. It's almost like, you know, you see this soft, delicate, innocent child with this big, ugly beast of a monster. You know, he could tear her up, but she's having complete and ultimate faith and compassion for this beast. Perhaps this is, you know, what we're determination. Maybe we're determined to see the sweetness in some kind of beast. Maybe the solitude is the way you're looking at that, you know. What about, let's see. Or Megan. Yes, it's almost like we're going into the future, but with our head down. It's almost like I heard big dreams. Big dreams. Time to let go. but it's in reverse. You see clearly now. Maybe it is taking a time out to yourself so we can see something clearer, or, you know, get a better view. It's almost like being in the solitude to regain our power. You know, there's some kind of truth here. There's something, you know, there's something that we have to reach at a timely manner. Something like this. There's some determination that needs to be a goal, something. And perhaps it is releasing this anxiety or some kind of truth, or, you know, some kind of hidden information, a mystery solved, I heard, with the Tower in reverse. Perhaps that mystery brought the Tower. Yes, hit that like button if you resonate with your reading. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. What does fixed energy mean? Okay, so we have fixed, we have the mutable, fixed, and cardinal. Cardinal, mutable, and fixed. Cardinal being Aries, Leo, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra. They're the beginnings of each. Then you have the fixed signs, which are immovable. You know, the cardinal signs start it all. They're the initiators of each sign, which are the 2s, 3s, and 4s of the zodiac. I mean, of the tarot. Then you got the fixed signs, which are Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo. They're the 5, 6, and 7s of the tarot, where we have almost like this stuck energy, immovable, you know, this fixed energy. We're stuck in the middle between what's beginning and what's ending, and that is this mutable energy, which Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, and Pisces, they come to end. They bring endings, you know. That's the difference between fixed, mutable, and cardinal energies. That's what I meant by fixed energies. Almost like immovable, like, oh, I don't want to change in a sense. I'm cool with it right here, like Taurus. Like, once you get your mind stuck on something, ain't nothing changing it. And then I see moon, so perhaps this has something to do with your emotions or your subconscious, perhaps even your dreams. Fixed to a curtain. Oh, to a certain point, what goes around comes around. Lola, Lola from Canada. Yes, you may get a card. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, Lola from Canada. I heard cleanse. Cleanse. Lola. All right. Lola wants a card. I'm seeing peacock feathers. Let your light shine. That's what the peacock card says. You asked for a card and you got 3, 4. With the death almost like stuck in here. This is a change. A great metamorphosis. Perhaps it has to do with our intuition. With our intuition, because I seen the feather and it's like black and white and then red all over. I'm hearing this. Maybe this is some kind of media, newspaper, or it's a riddle, something. And then we have the Hermit. So I don't know if you were here for the last reading, but this is the same type of energy where we have this solitude, right? And then behind it, there's this imbalance in the Wheel of Fortune, the Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune. Major, 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 major. Every single card on the board here is major. So right now is not the time to look at like the tiny details. Now we have to look at the bigger picture, or this is a major, transformation in our life, especially when it comes to how we are, our spiritual connection. It's almost like it makes me feel like this thing where it's like, oh, I said my spiritual gifts that recently I feel have been blocked because it's taking me into some kind of new a new thing, right? A new light where I can come back down and show it to you guys, right? So it's as if there had to be some kind of imbalance. This fortunate event comes in and brings this imbalance, this temperance in reverse, this where perhaps we need to seek healing, right? It brings these things that do not mix. Maybe this brings an alchemical process where we are taking out, like I said, well, you know, when I'm doing the honey and the honeycomb, we heat it up to separate the honey and the honeycomb, and then once it's melted, we just take the wax right out, and there's a separation. Maybe we are doing some kind of separation process, right, where we're unmixing the two or something like that. But this death is telling you to use your intuition, because we have the explorer in reverse. It's almost like we're impatient, or we're lacking the green, the earth, this fixed energy, the trust, the slowness, the dedication. Or maybe this is somebody we're dealing with. The faces is interesting because last night I had 4 cards facing away, and then the bottom 3 were facing forward. I thought it must not be wanting to face something. Yup. Hi Lola, she got you, yes. Oh my god, so in hermit moon at the moment, right? Gemini here, all makes sense. Hey Billy Dismore, how are you? Thank you, chick, awesome leading as usual. Oh, I love you, thank you. Thank you for letting me connect with your energy as usual. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, y'all. If you'd like to exchange energy for energy, you can hit up that cash app and push order buttons. Oh my god, my battery's dead already. I'd like a read if you have time. Alright, speeding deposition, I got you. Truly appreciate this. Oh, thank you, Lola. Alright, speeding deposition. And I always say pair your reading with a collective reading. I do a collective in the middle, and in the beginning and at the end. And we have the refresh, the 3 of Wands, and this is us looking forward with fresh eyes. We're no longer looking at a situation with the same old look or the same old thing. Perhaps we paused and accepted some kind of emotion. Maybe it is from this king, you know? We have the self-confidence, Mother Nature in reverse, the Page of Wands, and the 5 of Swords in reverse. So perhaps this was a battle of the mind, you know, with the 5 of Swords in reverse, and maybe we were dealing with some kind of shiny rat that only wanted cheese. Maybe only wanted your cheese, and you're like sweeping this away as he's throwing these like words or thoughts. Maybe this is even energy on a subconscious level, right? But with this 5 of Swords, it's like cat and mouse chase in a sense, I feel with. And then I heard the red shoe gang, and it reminded me of the reading. Remember we were doing like the yellow shoe people, the yellow shoe group? It reminded me of that. Like 3 of cups. It's like outside influence, right? But it's as if when we shoo away this or this loss, whatever this battle is with the shiny rat, we come into this Page of Wands where it's like, oh, F that rat, right? We come into this blending 2 things together, the black and white. You know, we're now a zebra. We're now, it's like embracing our weakness, I heard. Embracing our weakness. Maybe you think your weakness is a weakness, but it's really your superpower. Maybe this is what you're seeing from a different point of view because you have Mother Nature in reverse. Like there's a disconnection, but this is creating some kind of reconnection with some self-confidence, moving us to closer to the key, closer to where we need to be. Movement. You know, the Page of Wands, this is this, you know, fiery energy. We're taking bold move, brass balls. You know, it takes a lot to step out from this. And I heard celebrate yourself. You're beautiful. Yeah, it's like you're, it's almost like you're afraid to begin, but you have to trust your intuitions at this turning point. It's almost like something's restraining you. Maybe it is this king. It's like have integrity. Cut through that. You got it. It's almost like we're afraid to change or something. Don't be scared. Have faith in the divine. Alright. Gratitude to you too, Lola. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button, y'all, if you're new. Hey, Geeta. How are you? Love and relationship for coming months. Alright, let's see. You can always ask, but you probably forgot your reading already. Your energy flows in and out. Yep. Am I being deceived from two people I trust? Yeah, I forgot, and your cards ain't even here. I already put it up. Did it sound like that? Seven of Swords. It's almost like you're deceiving yourself. You're deceiving yourself. You have separation and heartbreak. So there's a separation, but it's almost like instead of sifting it, it's like you're bringing more of it. You know, there's a separation, right? And it's like that strike, right? That electric strike with the lightning, right? That came down, boom, right? And instead of cleaning it up, right? The separation, all this mess, it's almost like maybe that's what we are doing, cleaning it up, like sifting it. But in a sense, I feel like we're sifting it, but we're taking the big chunks out. Like, oh, I want to save this part. No, I want to save this part. And it's like that's how you're deceiving yourself. It's like this eclipse energy is bringing massive changes. It's like no more dark skies. Yeah, cooperation. There's multiple hands involved. So yeah. Stay blessed, on target. Yes. Love you. Speed and deposition. Thank you for trusting me. All right, who's next? Geeta. Was that you? Are you up? I love your hoodie. Thank you. It's my son's. It's actually my son's friend. Primitive. That's what we're talking about. Primordial, going back to the original. What do I have written here? An animalistic, uncontrollable urge, often associated with strength or violence. Primal. Primeval. An unthinking, intentional reaction. Primus, first, primary, primate, primordial is the fundamental and essential. The core, purest essence of whatever it is, the situation, the person, the soul, perhaps unaffected by worldly experience or influence. So it's almost like taking it back to the original, where it's like the worldly effects, um, my experience. It's almost like taking it back to the beginning, where none of these bad experiences is going to fuck up my, it's going to mess up my way of looking at this. Something like this, like taking it back before the effed up experience or before somebody got into your head. You know, it's like the truth before it was jaded. Maybe it was like so much and now it's like nothing at all, right? And primitive also refers to the early stages of something, usually carrying a connotation of simplicity, crudeness, or being outdated. So this is also things that we need to like look at, and perhaps going back to the primordial, the original, the soul, what the really soul really want. Is my anxiety. There's a new song that I love. that a dear friend sent me. It's by Bad Omen, the new song. Spectre, what's it called? Alright, I need a shower. I need to shower, I need to eat, I need to clean. I got so much shit to do today. Who's up? Or are we doing the collective? We do the collective and I have so many people coming in. Maybe we should do that. Do the collective. What else do I have written down here? Authority. So maybe this has something to do with communication too, because I have all these communication things here, how we were talking about this being acting on our emotions. Like, we're not doing that, especially now. Emotion clogs the decision making, so we're really trying to get out of our emotion to be you know. And then it says no oversharing. Thank you, Speeding Deposition. He says killed it and sent me a super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you. Just a card or two. Not much. All right. I would love a general quickly if you could. All right. For Jody's son. Card or two. Card or two. You got a card and two. All right. Wow. Blue, blue. Maybe it's purple. It's purple. I'm hearing violent. I mean, I meant to say violet, but I said violent, so maybe violent. Maybe we're violently coming into some kind of self-confidence with this 8. It's almost like violently. I'm seeing violence. I'm seeing violence, like, yeah. I don't know why. But then we have this. It's like, what the heck? Because this is so not violence. This is inner peace, in this like stillness, connected to the spirit, connected to our higher self, our intuition. This is this, the Voyager, the Knight of Cups. We're bringing love, understanding, compassion. Maybe it takes us for us to step in the stillness, for us to go on this voyage, for this forgiveness, for this love. Maybe this is what's coming towards us, and it's like, oh, now we can understand. It's like when we can understand, we're no longer looking at it through pain. Because it's like, oh, well, we're in pain. We're not understanding. Understand, so he must not be in pain. It's like, now you understand it. Maybe it's like, oh, now you understand all the violence or all that craziness. And it's like, now it's like, oh, you have some kind of forgiveness. It's like we're stepping up. It's like we're no longer back. We're like, right? Jumping into self-confidence, celebrating yourself into this hermit. All right, you said 2. I'm done. I feel like I need to hear something. Well, maybe you needed to hear that. I don't know what the violence is. Perhaps it's the past. Maybe it's the way you're speaking to yourself or how you're treating yourself, or maybe how someone's treating you. But I see this, I heard blunt force trauma. Weird. It's my anxiety. And then I heard amethyst. Amethyst means not drunk. It's a sobering stone. So perhaps this is will help you. Stay sober. Thank you. Much love. Can you tell me what violence is? Is that like real violence or in your head? Just so I want to know. Or you don't have to tell me, but I want to know if it's actual physical violence or what. All right, collective. We're going to do the collective reading. reverse with the Strength. All right. So, here we go. For the collective, probably about how I should be acting out to say. Ah, okay. Thank you. That's the energy you need to possess the Eight of Wands. Coming with force, blunt trauma. And I heard to the head, so perhaps they are, you know, coming with logic. Some kind of proof or truth. Alright, so I need to stay busy out of my right hook. Yup. Alright, alright, this is a secret message. This is a secret message. Something about secrets. I don't know what I heard. Secret message. So maybe this is a secret. And then somebody's message said secrets keep you sick. So maybe their message has something to do with that. I remember saying that. So I don't know what about secrets, but we're going to find out. Alright. For the collective, what's the secret? What's the secret, collective? Alright. A lot of fire energy. With the Seven of Wands, perhaps the secret is we need to be adaptable. We need to adapt. We need to stand up. I heard stand up. We need to fight back. We need to, I heard come correct. And it's like you need to come with love. Come with love. Hail Mary. So maybe the Hail Marys has something to do with it. Tupac. It's like... God help me. With the Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, we're definitely coming out of this darkness, which is awesome. And maybe this is what needs to be done in order to oversee this. This is the secret, right? It's as if this frees us. It lets us see what we were missing or how we had it all in the beginning. It's like, oh, you were lacking or you were doubting. But all along, all along, it was a feeling, cold, hot. What is that? Sweat and believing. Why is that song in my head? It's like finally we could see the green, or we could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and this is it. It's like we fought for this, and it's like how do we do that? Well, like the King of Cups in reverse. He is expressing his love. He's telling you how he feels. He's being vulnerable. He is being accepting of all this love. You know? He's almost like sharing what's in his cup. Like, I'll tell you how you feel, or I feel. You know, it's vulnerability. And perhaps it's a conflict that takes us to this point. It's like, oh, maybe it's a conflict where he's like, he needs to dump his cup. Maybe he was in a drunken stupor, and this is like, oh, okay, well, now I release that. I dump this. Now we're no longer drinking death. SS. And the Queen of Forces, I open it up, and this is her. You know, we're really bringing in, I heard these primordial forces. Of our emotions, of our actions, and we're putting it together into this daily thing. Surrender now. We're not surrendering. We're standing up. Look, we're standing up for some kind of healing. We're healing the disharmony, so that way we can begin again. We can begin again and break these things. Like, whoever was driving ain't driving no more. Somebody else was driving your boat, you know. And now it's like, no more shiny rat, no more of these bad thoughts. And perhaps it does start with something like bad news or something, or like a situation where it's like not so good, you know. We're in lack of some sort, you know. But it brings us to the Nine of Pentacles, into this, you know, the Queen of Forces, where we're creating the balance. We are creating the balance. We bring We're bringing the noise. We're bringing the break. We're breaking shit. It's like bringing these together creates that, that lightning bolt that breaks through. And I heard groundbreaking, so that way we can, you know, it's like a moth to the light. It's like some kind of divine force is pulling. I just feel this like a pulling together. Maybe this is of like masculine and feminine, and this is divine, like pulling these two forces together. You know. Should we read the Queen of Forces? I say we should. What's up? I know that's right. I'm so glad I caught you this morning. Your reading last time was on point. Oh shit, truth. Have to be young and dumb to be old and wise. Right. Yeah, you gotta fuck up to make it. I know that's right. What up, El Toro? How you doing? I can read your cards again. I'm gonna read the Queen of Forces. The King of Forces came out in the collective, in the first collective in the beginning, and now the Queen comes at the end. So this is a definite bringing together of a divine union or divine connection, or these divine forces of masculine and feminine. All right, this card, you see what it shows. Sometimes it can represent a person in your life, either you or another, coming into a phase of great power and ability to sustain it with wonderful results. There is a gift of grace and a serene understanding when this card is upright. It also brings new roles and opportunities, careers in many of the sciences, global communication, nature, and energy may now be available to you. And I heard astrology. The Queen of Forces could also indicate the appearance of a possible love interest or an associate in business or a creative project who has powerful influence and connections for you or another. It may be someone you know or somebody new, but when this card appears, there is a tender yet powerful support. During this time, choose to support yourself as well. You hold the forces of the sun, creativity, and the moon, receptivity, and only you yourself can direct the energy of your eternal life. My phone's gonna die. Alright, let's see if we can get this. Shit. I'm trying. Damn it. It's not working. That's alright. I'm not saying all that. I'm just gonna do... What up, Red? How you doing? What? Am I just gonna do, I know that's right? What, I don't get a wink? Alright. Moth to the light. I thought of moth to a flame, by hell yeah. Oh shit, I'll have to read it. Told you I'd be here. What up? My group on WhatsApp, Beloved, is open now. Beloved 69. Beloved 69 on WhatsApp. I gotta join it. I gotta download it. But we will join it. I got this new Aries on the line. Oh shit. Alright, do you want me to read you real quick? Hey Minnie. Oh my god, I love you. You're the best. Oh, I love you too. You're the best. I love you guys so much. I guess I can do a couple before I hang up. My battery's at 10%, so make it quick, y'all. Must do. Alright. I know that's right. I know that's right. Are you up? Oh, thank you for the super chat. I love you. Oh. Alright, I got you. I know that's right. Here we go. I know that's right. The Knight of Pentacles. This is slow. Slow and steady. So hold up. He ain't even on the fucking horse yet. He's walking it. He's walking the horse. Oh my god, my mouth. I'm so sorry. Jesus. We have the Eight of Swords, though, in reverse now, which is breaking free of all of this. Another 8 here with the Tower, with the Understanding now in reverse. All right, so we got a little story here. It begins with you throwing away the key. Maybe it begins with miscommunication, an argument, no communication. Perhaps we're talking more so about the self. Maybe we started this with like a lack of self-confidence. I don't have the key, I can't do it. But then we release some kind of self-doubt. And now it's like, oh, we're free out of this now. But now it's like wide open, I heard. So it's like bringing the Tower, which this is a warning that the Tower upright is coming because of the lack of understanding. Perhaps it is this pain, because we were just talking about that. Like, we understand pain and it doesn't hurt. So maybe this is creating some kind of pain. And not saying it doesn't hurt, but it definitely makes you look at it in a different way, right? Maybe this has something to do with it. It could be, now that this Tower in reverse is coming, it's creating this, like, kind of how I feel now with that in the background. I can't concentrate. It's like bringing hellish thoughts, maybe from a hellion. Stop. I'm almost done. Very emotional. Okay, well, the Knight of Pentacles, this is why it's telling you, hey, let's get grounded. Back to the basics, primordial, you know. This knight, he is taking tiny steps every day towards his goal, and like not expanding all this energy. It's almost like we're doing what we got to do to get through this day, one step. It's like one step at a time, and then the next day is the next step. And it's almost like learning, you know, it's almost like what I see here is before he gets on and trots and rides, he's like learning how to lift it up and like get clean the hooves, learning how to brush the hair. It's like learning all the things, like not to stand in back of the horse. He's like learning all these things first before he actually jumps on a horse. Remember, because we were starting off, he ain't even on the horse yet. Perhaps it does have to do with releasing these pains, these past pains, this ending, you know, this loss, coming into many choices, bringing us to perhaps confusion. You know, which hat am I going to wear today? I heard. All right, yes, one step at a time, Minnie says. I'm so desperate. Yeah, you're not in lack. Stand your ground. Being desperate is going to get you danger. It's dangerous. Whatever you're searching in others, we got to find in ourselves first. Maybe there's a wisdom word for you or anybody else who's in the same position. Okay. Blood. You know, maybe this is bringing some kind of pain. Yeah, broken in reverse. It's almost like what I see is blood. Like, okay, the glass broke and it's inside me. You know, now I'm taking the glass out. Now it's bleeding. You know, I'm healing, right? And we have sinister confidence. It's like your confidence got to be deadly, girl. With dance alone, And perhaps this is how we come into some kind of deadly confidence. Dance alone, dance in your mirror. And I heard, ooh, girl, that butt getting big. With wild animals and Libra in reverse with ritual and Jesus is the beast. So perhaps we are, it's like taming the wild beast, right? It's like taming the beast with, with an imbalance or like an illogical mind or, um, maybe this imbalance creates taming because it's as if maybe this is it because we're not in a ritual. This Knight of Pentacles, he's religiously, I don't even know if that's a fucking word. Yeah, he is doing this religiously every day, right? Jesus is the beast in reverse. And maybe you have to, I'm thinking of like, oh, that's like harsh to say that. I'm thinking maybe that's what God told me to say. I'm thinking like somebody saying like, oh, that's so harsh to say that. But they're not thinking like it's like maybe you do have to think of like a better way to say something or a different way to communicate um, what you're trying to say because there is some kind of deception or maybe the wool's being pulled over your eyes in a sense that I'm seeing broken is up right now. So it's almost like maybe this creation is broken so that way we can create a new foundation, And then I'm seeing natural over here. It's like going back to, primal, to the primal, the wild animal, to instincts, the natural instincts within us. It says, I don't get an invite. Everybody's invited. That's the name. Be love 6-9. Heaven's gates, pain, sleep in reverse, lizard and hidden in reverse. So the lizard's no longer hidden, and I hear this dragon. Perhaps it was like the secret dragon. It's like no longer hidden, and then foam on smoke. It's like the smoke cleared. There's no more foam, and that's the foundation breaking. This is just Saturn with sleep. It's like we can't sleep. No more sleep. Sleep's for the aliens. Maybe we're this pain and mistakes. Perhaps we're mistaken this pain. Or maybe the pain has mistaken the mistakes. It's like the pain and the mistake. Something about that with heaven, gates, and government in reverse. Like, I heard going against the law to do what's right. And then I see no guilt. Then I heard no regrets. And then I heard Ho'oponopono, which is this Hawaiian prayer, and then judgment and arrogant came out. Perhaps there is a decision we need to make listening to your heart, but perhaps, logically making a decision to do the right thing. 13 is definite transition, a change. A change. Girl, LOL, I'm so beastly horny, it's awful. I need a man. Maybe you just need ways to get closer to yourself. Jonas, how are you? Survival of the fittest when you're unable to work anymore and you gotta survive. Right? Hey, Mitchell. Jesus answered, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but through me. Yeah, but nobody does what he says. Jesus says, I am one with the Father. Your light can shine better than mine. I am one with my Father, too. Are you one with your Father? What up, Marie? I miss you. Where you been at? How have you been? I missed you so much. Backwards trash, I see. I'd love to join the group. Elton, I'd love to join the group. Who's Elton? Hey, Wolf Lust. Hey, hey, hey. I'm home. Hermit. Yeah, there you go. It's a way to be, I guess. My phone's gonna die. Should I do a little reading for all y'all who just came? Real quick, we'll put some words of tarot on it. Equal, natural, switch in reverse. I heard no switch up. And then the government again. So maybe we're talking about some kind of authority. You know, government. Govern means to control, and ment is mente. Maybe we're talking about to control the mind, you know? Maybe we're controlling the minds of the people. That's what the government does. With this equal, natural, alchemist in reverse, and switch in reverse. So it's almost like, so we're naturally equal, right? But then there's like a stay in the same with alchemist in reverse. It's like we're not switching this process. And then it's Scorpio and bugs in reverse. Like this is creating, I heard, an infestation of stagnancy, which I just see a dark pool of darkness. Maybe that's why the government is coming up. With stand up in reverse. Perhaps you have to sit down. I heard sit down. With astrology, it's almost like the stars in the skies has something to do with it. Let's see what the tarot says about this natural equal. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, an overload. You know, this is this dancing alone. And the Knight of Pentacles is now in reverse. You know, there is definitely some kind of competition. This Five of Wands, he was out on the other collective reading. With this overload, perhaps it's like that spark, this initial, the primitive, you know, the beginning, the initial spark that creates this, okay, now I could drop this load, you know. And not only that, but it's releasing all these things, all of these material things that are clogging up the natural who we are, right? And then ancestors on the back, perhaps our ancestors are helping create some kind of equality. Right on the back it says, I am in love with you. So maybe we're dealing with somebody who is in love with you, something like this, right? Then we have dance in reverse, almost as if like we're coming to a standstill, or maybe instead of dancing with these people, we are dancing alone, you know? Breaking free of something or releasing something from us. These security, the things that held us secure. We're taking us back to the natural, where it's equal, where it's balanced, something like this. Because then we have the King of Cups, where he ain't saying nothing. Now he's upright. The Fool 2.0, now he's taking some kind of initiative to the Sun, bringing us to the Seven of Swords. All right, let's see what this says. So this King of Cups, I believe this is what's in his cup. It's almost like I feel like, or maybe he's trying to run away from his feelings. It's almost like this is what this is, and it's the Fool 2.0. It's like, I'm going to try this again. The 2.0 is like a better version. 911, I see almost 911 twice, right? It's like, I know it's coming. It's 118, 56, 57. It's like the countdown, you know, 119, 911, 911, right? Something about that. Maybe it's like this. Oh, we're going to jump. 3, 2, 1, boom. And then we come into the Sun, right? Where the Sun, perhaps it's the Sun that shines the truth on all of these lies, on all of this deception. And it wasn't until you took this brave action into the truth did we figure out these lies. Or maybe it takes us to step into the Sun to see this logically. Maybe he's trying to escape. It's like you're you know, the King of Cups, he's like, I'm not vulnerable to this. I'm not this. And I see his red cup. He's not sharing it. He's keeping it all to himself. He is balanced, right? But then he's jumping off, and I see the red feather as this red cup. Like he's leaving his emotions behind, jumping. maybe for some kind of action or out of ego, pride, perhaps, because then the feather's up here and it's like we're holding it up high, like I left it behind, but now, it's like I stepped into something, but it's hidden in whatever I'm holding. Maybe that's the deception. It's like, oh, you thought you left it behind, but it's like you're bringing it with you everywhere you go. So it's almost like you got to go back for that. You got to go back for this cup, release whatever is in the cup, and bring these two together. Like it's like it's a natural balance. It's a natural equality. It goes together. The king and the queen of forces. This is equal balance. Minnie says, no, he's selfish. Perhaps, maybe this is you jumping away from him, saying, F that, I'm leaving him and his cup behind because he is selfish. I'm going to get my own happiness. And this is you escaping the whole situation. I guess it depends on how you look at it. You can discover the sun, or we could be in this, it could go backwards. We could be in this like deception, like, oh shit, carrying all these burdens, trying to escape this, and then boom, we run into some kind of truth where it's like, oh, I remember you, I heard. And it's like, oh, we're in the limelight, we're in this, and it's, then we jump into this with that, and this brings us to the King of Cups, where it's like, I'm not showing you, I'm not giving you, I'm not being no more vulnerable to you. No more again. No more again. It's an overload. We're releasing this. And perhaps it is. It's like the control over the mind. And I heard narcissist. Maybe this is that. I'm leaving behind. Yes. Claire, how are you, beautiful lady? Hey, Arif Raza. Long time no see. 1111. 12222 on the clock. So this is a message from a lost loved one. Somebody wants to say something. A lost loved one wants to say something. Maybe your grandma. I don't know. The Akashic field in reverse. The Ace of Forces. The Ace of Forces in reverse. This is where it's like all the colors jumble together and create brown. It looks like shit. I said, it looks like shit. And I know there's a message in this. 911 again. I'm not. I have like 10% battery. I already did the reading, and this is the last collective. This is your message. The Ace of Force in reverse. This is your message. If I can find it. Here we go. All right. So, the Akashic field reverse indicates a time of fragmentation and agitated energy within or around you. Like I said, it's almost like smells like shit, right? And it reminds me of that clouding of the thing, right? 5% battery, y'all. It almost reminds me of that, like, clouding, the muddying of the water. And it was, am I back on? It was that Queen of Forces that was coming in and stirring us all these colors, making it shit, right? Not making it shit, but mixing it, perhaps, so that we can do this. Let's see what it says. You may be going through some sort of crisis, or you may be on the receiving end of some grief or hostility, which is really throwing you for a loop. Your worry and panic is splitting your energy and causing a frantic vibration. You need to know that the universal consciousness of creation is still available to you. Eternal inspiration is always vibrating around you. But until you calm down and rein the emotional intensity, you will be like a radio station tuned to the wrong frequency and picking up only static. Perhaps that's the 911. The field and the world is filled with potential solutions to every problem that are making you upset. So stop, take a step back, and try to get a new perspective on things. It may be advisable to look into a past life trauma. influences or trauma, for they vibrate in the Akashic field as well. So yeah, this might not even have to do with something from the past, but like even a past life. And I know how to do that using your birth chart. So I don't know if you want to do that. Hit me up. My email is in the description box. Yeah, that's it for today's show. That's all, folks. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for your donations. I'm getting closer and closer to getting my new phone. So thank you. And I love you all. I hope you have a good day, because whatever YouTube did in reconnecting this, I lost all your comments, so I can't see anything on the screen. 911 again. Again, thank you so much, everybody. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Love y'all. I don't know how to do it.